is a final exam? Is it similar to a quiz?
They can come in many forms. Your finals can be a speech, they can be a project, they can be a group activity, presentation, and yes, multiple choice, test, a essay. There are numerous options. Teachers can focus on certain areas. They can make it cumulative, meaning throughout everything that you've learned throughout the entire semester, you will have to take the test or write the essay over, or present the project over, the speech over. That's your teacher's choice. But it is definitely more than a quiz. Your semester final is you saying to yourself and showing yourself all that you've learned, all that you've invested in yourself academically, and applying it to that semester final, and it's showing up in your semester grade.
Why are finals so important?
Is because it's you looking at all that you've learned and bringing it all together. And in a lot of the ways and the things that we do here at Terrell campus, it's going to be you showing what you've learned in a higher level thinking, in a way that allows you to be creative while also applying your skills and showcasing all that you are as a student and a person.
When are finals and where can I find the schedule?
Let's take a look at the schedule really quick. The schedule for the fall 21 finals is going to be extremely detailed. And you'll be able to find this schedule in your Google Classrooms. Each Google Classroom is going to receive a finals material folder to help guide them. And you'll be able to access this schedule. As you can see, it even shows you what to expect for this week, 12/6 to 12/10. What classes, when you'll have reviews, all of those great things, leading us into Friday and our Winter Olympics. And then the following week, the last week, the finals week, you will have some class periods that you'll be taking your final, and those class periods will be 120 minutes as opposed to your review class periods, which will be much shorter. This will allow you plenty of time in your presentation, your speeches, and your test taking to really delve in and give all you have. And it'll also allow time in your review classes to hit on what you should already know, and you're just making sure you really know it.
Can I make up my final exam if I'm absent?
So you cannot miss your final exams. The district does not plan or allow for that. If you know you're going to be absent, now would be the time to talk to your teachers and let them know, I'm not going to be here. Can I take my final ahead of time? You are expected to be here on the day of your final. Take it, and then your teacher will have the semester grades completed, and you will actually get those in January. That's when they're posted and sent out in report cards.
How do finals affect your grade?
It does count a percentage of your grade, 1/7 to be exact, or 14.5%. Your semester final is added in together with and weighted with your first, second, and third 6 weeks grades. It all plays a role. It's, again, like I said, you showing your academic process and growth throughout this entire semester and one big final grade.
What's the best way to prepare? Do you have any tips?
Resources, because you got to study, study, study. Don't worry, this PowerPoint will be available to you. So what does studying look like? Week 3, that's the week that we have December 1st. Many of you are already doing what you need to do. You're gathering your materials, you are making sure that you're planning your study sessions, and you are completing reviews for each class. Week 2, which is this week, right? December 6th, you need to start having some deep study sections. These are the ones, they're not 20 minutes, they're an hour. They involve you practicing and reviewing and planning and prepping and really making sure that you have mastered what you've been taught. And then when you see those areas where you're like, I'm a little short, I don't understand what's happening here, that's where you go back and you relearn. And that's definitely where you talk to your teachers about tutoring. Another resource that we'll have for you in Google Classroom is the campus tutoring schedule. So you can use that to email teachers and make sure you're present and there for their tutoring. And then that final week, you got to rest, guys. You have to make sure that you are getting good rest and that you are present. You don't want to go into your finals on 2 to 3 hours of sleep. That's going to be very tiring. That's also going to hurt your memory, actually, hurt your ability to focus. And you definitely want to make sure that you are focused during your speeches, your presentations, and when you're taking your exams or writing your essays. One of the resources I'm going to provide you, and you'll see in a second, is going to be self-care. How are you taking care of yourself? How are you giving yourself mental breaks? Are you taking a walk and getting some fresh air? Are you maybe just meditating, listening to some good chill music, not focused on anything, giving your eyes a break? What are you doing to make sure that your body is rested, your mind is rested, and you are invigorated to go in and conquer your finals? And then definitely eating healthy that week, sticking to your study plan, right? But also eating healthy, going to bed on time, making sure you have a little fun. Have that balance so that when you start feeling a little stressed, you can move into those areas to support yourself. Also on campus, we'll have peer lunch tutorials happening in the Avid room. And they'll be Tuesdays and Thursdays, December 7th, 10th, 14th, and 16th. Then in the Ghost Center, we have for you quiet study. That will be happening lunch 1 and 2. You can come study and prepare to pass your finals starting Monday, December 6th. What is your study plan? Well, let's look at that. So a study plan, you can have a hard copy of it or use some of these apps I'm going to talk to you about in a second. But what's your task that you have to complete? If you have your first final on Monday, that means the Sunday before, probably dedicate about 30 minutes to reviewing. Tuesday, you're going to review for the ones that you have on Wednesday, but also give yourself some time in between taking the finals you have on Tuesday and reviewing for the ones you have on Wednesday. Notes, things, maybe even keeping track of how you're feeling. And then this daily self-care plan, it's a great way to make sure that you're intentionally focused every day, pushing away those anxieties, the stress. When you're feeling overwhelmed, you can lean into these things for your mental and your physical and even your emotional. So some apps that can help you. Easy Study, a plan for school. This app actually lets you map out how you want to study preparing for your finals. It sends you alerts. It makes sure that you stay on track and you meet your goals for studying. And it also tracks your growth to help you know, oh, you've got that. You've mastered that. Next thing, My Study Life School Planner allows you to organize your final schedule, say when you want to make sure you're studying, and also when you're resting, right? Apps to help you study. You've got Evernote. Evernote allows you to combine those videos that you use in humanities and other courses, maybe review back to presentations you've seen in science and in math, along with adding in your notes, whether they're written or you're drawing them all in one place. Tiny cards. You can access over 10,000 flashcard sets for multiple subjects created by teachers and students. And this one's great because it tracks how well you're doing and, again, your progress. And Quizlet, old friend Quizlet, create your own flashcards, use others, whatever you need to do. Either way, good luck. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me, to your teachers, to Mr. Brown, and your counselors. If you need to check in with somebody, lean into those grade level deans, and we hope that you do well.